Hello everyone. Let us do the lab quizzes in week 10 lab together, right? So lab quizzes. So this week is about immutable classes and also Java exception handling. Okay, we try to do them together. It's a little bit slow. All right. The first question, fill in the blank. When we use a record with multiple fields, you should implement a constructor and override the access to return a. Okay. When we use a record for multiple, when we use a record with a multiple field list, you should implement customer. Yes, use record for with a multiple field. Use the customer constructor and override the access to return a defensive copy, right? So you see that's where we avoid this record has been changed, right? So default deep copy private now static no, not the others, this one, because for the record we want it to be immutable. So if they are implement a customer constructor return a defensive copy, right? List, because list is a mutable field, right? So even though we put it as immutable, it's still possible to change the values of this list. Therefore, we use constructor, customer constructor, and a defensive copy. Okay. All classes listed in the permit clauses must be exist at compile time, right? So if in a sealed class, if they have a permit, right? So that means you must have all these classes exist and use the same package. Okay. What happened to open files when a Java program exists? Java automatically flashed out data and closed them. Yes. What happened to open files when a Java version close them? They remain open forever. They must be closed. Okay, not this one. The operating system closes them, right? Not necessary to automatically flash them, right? So that's why usually it's good practice. We flash them manually in the code or close them there, right? The operating system close them, right? But not necessarily flash them. What happens if you declare field as final? In Java, it cannot be reassigned multiple times. It cannot be accessed outside. No, it must be assigned once. Declaration or constructor and cannot be reassigned. Right? Okay, that's right. Fill in the blanks. The enumerate apple, banana, orange values 2, 0, 1, 2, right? So that should be orange, right? Orange. Okay, blank. Okay, x0, try x1, catch, finally, x plus. Right, so initially is 0, and then it's 1, right? Because there's no exception, so it's 1, and finally plus 5, so should be 6, right? Should be 6. What's the range of Java char? Okay, Java char is unsigned, so cannot be this, cannot this, right? So here is 1 byte, right? But actually in Java char it's 2 bytes, so that should be this one. 2 bytes, 16 bits, right? Okay. Fill in the blank. ordinal, right? West. So that's the index. The ordinal here means index 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So it should be 3. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. Ordinal. What is the main purpose of std class? To improve runtime no, to allow to restrict which class can extend or implement it. This one. Okay, std class. Okay, x will try x equals integer pass integer, so this is 41, right? So okay, so there's no number format exception, so it should be 41, and finally is plus plus, so it becomes 43, right? 43. In a design that read file string and then map JSON object, which pair is most accurate? Both must equally measure. No file handles text, JSON handle object mapping, right? JSON read byte maps, no. File IO handles text, right? Reading the text or read text. JSON handle JSON, the SAS package handles object mapping. Should be this one. Okay, 100. That's great. Okay, so hopefully you enjoy the lab quizzes, right? Thank you. Bye bye.